Konnichi! Today I thought I would do a video about Bodyline because, well, about 90% of my clothes come from Bodyline and I think it's a really good store for beginner Lolitas, also for those on a budget. The reason I haven't done a more informative or advice themed video for a while is because I answer a lot of questions on my Tumblr and I think it's easier for people to access information from there in text. But since Bodyline's such a big thing, I thought I'd make a video anyway. Bodyline is a Japanese store which doesn't just sell Lolita fashion but also sort of punk visual kei stuff, random accessories, cosplay stuff, wigs, Sailor Fukus and stuff like that. It's a whole range of cute stuff and can fit a lot of different styles. But the majority of their stuff is Lolita style. But yes, to note, because it's a Japanese store, you will be ordering overseas unless you live in Japan. This can mean that you can get charged customs, so that's something to think about. If you're ordering, you've got to be willing to save a little bit of extra money in case you get charged customs. The rates will vary for every country, so I can't give you advice on that. You'll have to look up yourselves. Bodyline stuff comes in a range of sizes, usually in sizes S, M, L, 2L and 4L. Basically S is for very short people who are also very petite in the bust and waist. M is for me, more taller people but still quite slim. L sort of going for slightly larger, especially in the bust area, and 2L and 4L are for plus size Lolitas mainly. They always give accurate measurements in the clothing, so do check out the measurements for each of the sizes before you select one because you could actually vary. Sometimes I have had to get an S or an L. It really depends because the clothings have come from different manufacturers apparently. The only thing I realised the measurements weren't consistent with were the length of the dresses. Sometimes the dress was shorter than it said it was, or it was longer than it said it was. Your shoe sizes. The sizes are in Japanese shoe sizes. You can use the international shoe size converter, which I've left in the video description below, to find out what your shoe size is in Japanese equivalent. Quality wise, Bodyline has had a bad reputation for having really bad quality, but that's really changed over the past about 4 years. It first used to do very costumey sort of quality Lolita clothing for very, very cheap prices. But when I first started ordering from them, their quality had greatly improved. All of my stuff has lasted many years. They can all go in the washing machine on a gentle cycle. They can easily be like customized or fixed. None of my zippers have ever broken on them. They tend to be more durable than a lot of more expensive brand Lolita dresses. They do all kinds of Lolita items on Bodyline. They do dresses, jumper skirts, outfit coordinates, so you know, full outfits, skirts, blouses, coats, cardigans, boleros, petticoats, bloomers, socks, shoes, bags, bajillions of stuff. Even for like yukata style Lolita dresses, they do pretty much everything and they cover all kinds of styles. The only style I don't think they've covered yet is Girl Lolita, but you can say I'm wrong, they've probably got it somewhere in the punk section. One thing you do have to be wary about with the quality of Bodyline is really study the pictures before you order. If the material looks shiny and the material listed says polyester others, try to avoid that as the quality isn't going to be as good as a more cotton / polyester sort of material. Also, if you're wanting to order a white item, be careful because some of the items say off-white instead of white, and that means it'll have a slight creamy hue to it. Their wigs are surprisingly good quality. That's made me judge buying wigs a whole new level, to be honest, because for the low prices of their wigs, they're just as good quality as the more expensive ones I've got. They also come in so many different colours and styles. You can get twin tail wigs like this too. One thing though, please don't order petticoats from Bodyline if you're expecting any kind of puff. I've got about 3 different petticoats from Bodyline. They were really bad with the puff to start with and then they just died and flattened within about 3 days. You're best getting a good petticoat from somewhere like Classical Puppets or Dear Celine. Okay, once you've added stuff to your cart, please remember they only accept PayPal. I can pay through PayPal with my debit card, but my debit card has to be connected to my PayPal first because you can only pay directly through PayPal. I'm sorry, there's no other way around it. If you don't have, you know, your bank account connected to your PayPal, or you don't have money in your PayPal account, then you can't order from them. There are 2 different shipping methods you can use at the moment, EMS and air. I've always used Air because it stays at $10 postage no matter how much you order. It's very cheap for ordering from Japan, insanely cheap. The catch is they only ship out on Tuesdays, so if you order on a Wednesday or Tuesday, they won't actually post it out until the next Tuesday, and that means you could be waiting a whole other week for your order. So my advice is to order on a Sunday or Monday if you're using airmail. Airmail, there's a weight limit per package to keep with the $10 deal. So if your order goes over the weight limit, you'll get your orders in separate packages basically. They might not all arrive on the same day, so don't panic if you only get half your order on one day. EMS is the more expensive postage, but it's more reliable and will get to you much faster. If you're in a hurry to get some from Bodyline for, say, an anime convention, go for EMS if you've got the money. Both shipping methods are tracked, so don't worry about that. You'll always be able to track your package no matter what option you choose. Once you've processed your payment, you'll get an option selecting that you can mark down the package. This means that the value on the package will be lowered to whatever you select. The good point about this is you're less likely to be charged from customs, or if you are, you'll be charged a very low rate. The bad side is, if you do lose your package, you can only claim back the amount that you've left it saying, so there's a risk factor to it for sure. I personally have never ever lost a package from Bodyline, and I've ordered from them at least 20 times, so if that makes you feel better, you can go for it if you want. One of my favourite things about Bodyline is all their stuff comes in these pretty little plastic bags. And you can see the item through the little heart there. I've collected these and I reuse them for when I'm selling my little week stuff. I just think it's a cute little touch. Two things I'd advise about Bodyline. Do not enter the model contest and do not enter the art design contest. They are both technically scams. They're very cheapy, run by a creepy guy who works at Bodyline. Just avoid them. Seriously, there are some bad stories about it that I won't go into. Bodyline is a great store, great quality, great service, it's the latest style of brand, but avoid other areas of it as it's run by some shady people. One thing you should probably know about Bodyline is they get their items from different sources, most from China. I don't quite know the ethics of where the items come from, but I do know the people that make the Lolita clothes are in a decent factory. However, for the stuff that doesn't have an official Bodyline logo on it, which they do sell quite a lot of, I can't say about that because I have no idea. If you're someone that's wary about replicas, a few of their items, including this dress I'm wearing, have been replicas of various brands, but the designs have usually been tweaked a little bit. They don't sell complete knockoffs, but they mostly stick to their own original designs, or at most inspired by various Lolita stuff, but which kind of brand isn't these days. Bodyline's website isn't the best professional quality, but I've always trusted their services. I've always got my packages, never had any problems, never got any wrong items, and I've been ordering from them for about 4 or 5 years, so if that makes you feel better, there you go. I highly recommend Bodyline, especially for their prices, their quality, their ease of use, and their range of sizes. That's all I can think about saying about Bodyline today. I hope it gave you some confidence if you're thinking of ordering from there, and I hope you enjoy your purchases. Well, until next time, this is a big diehard Bodyline fan signing out. Bye bye. Still recording? I just like